Hi children, good morning everyone. So how are you? I hope you are fine and you have completed what we have learned yesterday. So this is the class 3rd children. We are in the lesson number 5, the textual information, and it's there in the page number 185. Page number 185 children, please open all of you. So we have completed the short, sharp and hooked beak, short, hard and pointed beak, as well as we have completed the strong and curved beak, strong and chisel shaped beak also we have completed. Now we are going to do the broad and short beak. The broad and short beak of swallow is sticky on the inside. Are you able to see this swallow bird? How very nice, cute it is, right? So it is the shape of the beak is very short beak and very broad beak, okay. It is sticky inside, okay. The bird moves around and round in the air with its beak open. So it is the beak, when it will go, the beak will be open. When the beak will be open of that bird, what happened? A tiny flying insect gets stuck inside. In this it has a sticky inside, okay. This beak has sticky inside, okay. Because of that stickiness, the flies, small insects are there. That tiny flying insects sticks to this bird's beak and then it will swallow it. That is the reason this bird name is swallow, right? Broad and short beak of swallow. Next one children, long and slender beak. A hoop is able to pull out insects from holes in the ground. For this it has long and slender beak. Are you seeing children? This is very beautiful bird, right? It has which type of beak children? It has long and slender beak. It is a hoop. What is this called as? Hoop. What is the spelling children? H-O-O-P-O-E. Please underline it here. Please underline it. Hoop. Okay. So it has which type of beak children? Long and slender beak. Next one children, broad and flat beak. The broad and flat beak of a duck has tiny holes on the sides. The duck takes in muddy water with insects, worms and water plants. The mud and water flow out through the tiny holes, leaving the plants and insects inside the beak. So here what is this children? Which type of bird is this? This is a duck. What the duck can do? Yes. Okay, duck has tiny holes around the sides. If you see this tongue very keenly, so it has a tiny holes inside the sides, okay. It takes the muddy water. It sticks in the muddy water with insects, worms and water plants. See children, whenever the duck is near the pond or near the lake, with the muddy water it can take the insects and worms, okay. The mud and water flow out the tiny holes and leaving the plants and insects inside the beak. So along with the mud and water plants it can take, and then the tiny holes are there on this beak. It eats the insects and worms, and that water and mud it is going from the beak. Will you able to understand children? See, there are the holes on the beak, smally tiny holes. This duck takes insects, worms and water plants along with that mud. After straining worms and insects from them, then it will give out that mud and water outside, and it eats what? Worms and insects. So I hope you get this. Feet and claws. So now the next topic is feet and claws. Birds use their claws to catch and eat food, to protect themselves from their enemies, to sit on the trees and to move about. When they move about, when they fly away, they have hooked beaks. It means they are escaping from their enemies. So what they have? They have feet and claws, right? So flesh eating birds, even when we are starting the one, even they are also birds of prey. It means they are eating the flesh. Yes, even their beak is very strong, right? Even their feet and claws are also very sharp, because they are flesh eating birds, right? And they have to tear the flesh. Yes, that is the reason. Okay. Now, flesh eating animals. Some flesh eating animals like hawks and eagles have strong, sharp, curved claws called talons. Please underline this word, children, talons. What is the spelling of talons, children? T-A-L-O-N-S. T-A-L-O-N-S. Talons. Please repeat after me. T-A-L-O-N-S. Talons. Talons are the sharp claws, strong, sharp, curved claws. See this picture? Yes, these are called as talons. Are you able to see how sharp they are and how they curved, so that they can tear the flesh of other animals, right? And they can catch, they can hold. Their catch and their grasp is very, you can't escape from that, right? Yes, these help them to catch live prey like toads, rats and small birds. What do you mean by toads? These are the types of frogs, okay, which like their skin is more sticky and they are much little big than the frogs. They are called as toads. You can found in the pond, okay. Rats, you know, and the small birds like pigeon, blue jay, small birds, okay. So these are the which flesh eating animals have what? Talons. Talons are what, children? They are strong, curved and sharp claws, okay. Turn the page, children. Now, first one is flesh eating birds is over now. Now, what you have? Perching birds, okay. Perching birds. Perching birds like sparrows, mynas and crows have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at back. This type of feet helps the birds to hold a branch. They can even sleep while they perch. Oh, see, perching, those who are standing on the branches, yes, and they have 3 toes at the front, 1 toe at the back. This type of feet helps the birds to hold on a branch. So, they are helping in the hold on to a branch, and they can even sleep while they perch. When they are standing, they can even sleep also. Can you able to imagine? They are standing and they are perching on the, they are holding that branch and they can sleep also. Sometimes we don't know, right? Yes. So, perching is also important for the birds. Perching birds like sparrows, mynas, crows. So, crows even also, if you just observe keenly, hold it, then you can find in a 10 minutes or 15 minutes they are able to sleep. I don't think so, okay. Sparrows, very small little birds. The mynas also very small little birds are there, okay. So, they are called as perching birds. What are the flesh eating birds, children? They are like eagles, hawks, vultures, right. What are perching birds? Like sparrows, mynas and crows. So, what they have? 3 toes in the front and 1 toe at the back. 3 toes in the front and 1 toe at the back. Now, next one is scratching birds. Scratching birds. Hens scratch and dig the ground to bring out insects and buried seeds. So, scratching birds, sometimes you hen are there, na? Hens are there. So, they are keep on going on the ground, and sometimes they with their legs and with their claws, and they are continuously digging the ground. That is called as scratching the ground. So, why they scratch? Obviously is to search for the grains or the food, right? So, if there are any buried seeds are there, they scratch and they eat. If there any small insects are there like worms or any flies, okay, they can eat it out, okay. They have strong legs with 3 toes in front, 1 toe at the back. Same, 3 toes in the front and 1 toe at the back. Okay, children, this is about the scratching birds. So, what are the examples for the scratching birds are hens. Climbing birds. Climbing birds like woodpeckers and parakeets have 2 toes 2 toes pointing upwards and 2 pointing downwards. These toes help them to climb trees and to cling onto them. So these are the toes of woodpecker. 2 toes at front, 2 toes at back, 2 toes at front, 2 toes at back. This helps them to climb the trees and cling on to them. Cling and onto them means what? When they are climbing, they can stop in between them. That is called as cling. Okay. So which type of birds are climbing birds, children? They are woodpeckers and parakeets. They are which type of birds, children? Woodpeckers and parakeets. Okay. Next one is swimming birds. Oh, you know about the swimming birds who can swim? Obviously ducks, right? So ducks have what, children? Webbed feet. Are you seeing the ducks? What do you call it? Toes of the duck? They have the webbed feet. Now we will learn about the swimming birds. Swimming birds have webbed feet. Please underline this, children. Webbed feet. W-E-B-B-E-D. Don't be confusing B and D. Okay. W-E-B-B-E-D. Webbed feet. They have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. They have 3 toes in the front, 1 toe at the back. 3 toes in the front and 1 toe at the back. Understood? So they have webbed feet. Webbed feet is nothing but the one claw is joined with the another claw with the small thin skin, that is called as webbed skin. That is called as web. Okay. So here next, children, the 3 front toes are joined by the skin, which is called a web. Yes, what is a web, children? It is called as a skin which is one toe is joined with another. That is called as a web. That is the reason they are called as webbed feet. This skin helps them to push water back while swimming. They are helping. Why the webbed feet is important, children? They help in swimming. They help in what, children? They help in swimming. Okay. Next one is wading birds. Wading birds. W-A-D-I-N-G. Wading. B-I-R-D-S. Wading birds. Birds like cranes and herons have long legs with spread out toes. Are you seeing this, children? Oh God, they have long legs and spread out toes. Long legs. See, others are not this much long, right? This much long they are not there. But the herons and the cranes have spread out toes as well as the long and slender legs. They can wade through the muddy water without getting wet. See, this long and slender claws are there, na children. When they are going into the muddy water, they are without getting wet, they can wade the water. What do you mean by wading the water? To push backward. That is called as wading. But through the legs, not with the swimming. That is the swimming. Okay. See, in the swimming they push water, but they push water with the help of legs. That is called as wading. This is the reason they are called as wading birds. Do you know, children, cranes and herons have very keen observation how to search the prey. They just in a small moments only they can catch the fish and they can eat it. They eat the small frogs, the small fishes, worms, okay, and insects. Okay, so the cranes and herons have what? Long legs and toes, spread out toes. And so when they are walking, are you seeing these toes which are very moved out? And when they are walking, they can take more steps. How these hen can take only few steps, right? But heron, because they have a spread out toes, it can take more steps, right, than the other birds. Okay. So what we have learned, children? We have learned first one flesh eating birds, then perching birds, then scratching birds, then climbing birds, then swimming birds, and the last one is wading birds. Okay. Okay, next one, checkpoint. circle the correct answer. Wrong, strong and chisel shaped beaks help birds to tap the bark of the trees, climb trees or crush grains and seeds. So, strong and chisel shaped beaks help them to tap the bark of the trees, Okay children. The webbed feet of a duck help in swimming. Okay, this you have to circle in a neat handwriting. Okay children. Okay, I hope you have done with this, and then we will continue with the next one tomorrow. Okay, so I want whenever I'll conduct the Zoom class, please learn it. Okay, so that I can understand how much you are learning. Okay children. Moreover, this chapter is somewhat lengthy, so it will take time. Okay, and we will finish. Okay, and try to complete your textbook bits. Okay children, take care children, bye everyone.